Hey guys, what's up? Cheese Pie 13 here. Welcome to my Thursday video of this week. Today I'm going to be talking about E3, what I liked, what I didn't like, and yeah, all that stuff, all the videos I've seen of this E3 2013 is all about. So first off, let's start with the press conferences. I already talked about the Microsoft press conference. Went more in depth on that. You can go watch my weekly gameplay video if you want from this Monday. But anyway, that was pretty good. I They had a lot of games, which was good, which they promised they would. But then they didn't address any of the DRM stuff and the online stuff. They just went with what was on their website. They posted on Thursday, which was kind of cheap. They didn't show how it was necessary or anything. All they have is this cloud computing, but that's no reason to have DRM. Anyway, it was alright. They had lots of games, and that was good. Then we had the PlayStation conference, and they kind of blew Microsoft out of the park. Right at the end there was like a good 5 minutes window there of him just going, "No DRM. You're allowed to buy and sell used games. You can trade games with your friends." And then after every point he said, there was a huge applause from the crowd, and they had the whole audience for like 5 minutes just applauding. And then yeah, and then they kind of skipped over. Well, they didn't skip over. They kind of just, right as the applause was like fading away, they just said that you will require PlayStation Plus 4 online, which I don't have a problem with because I've had PlayStation Plus since it came out, since the first day it came out a few years ago, and I've been liking it. I get free games all the time. I guess I'm just gonna have to keep on buying the service, and that's fine with me. They offer a lot of free content, betas and stuff, which, and it's $10 cheaper than Xbox Live. It's $50 rather than $60. So I can't argue with that. It's good for them to get more people. They'll get more people on PlayStation Plus, which is great for the service because it only means it can get better with more money being put into it. What else did they have? They didn't announce that many games there as I would have hoped. Like they announced Killzone and Infamous games, but that was already announced at the PlayStation 4 reveal, right? So most of the games I'm interested in or were already announced. I'm not a big fan of like Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy. I don't play those kinds of games, but I'm sure there's a bunch of fans who are interested in that, and good for them. They did, however, show off Bungie's new game, Destiny, which I'm pretty impressed with. It looks pretty fun. It had that kind of Borderlands feel to it, but it looks good. I'll probably end up playing it. So they kind of missed some of their key franchises that would have really gotten me excited. Some, just to name a few, there's Uncharted. Naughty Dog was nowhere to be seen. I think they did show off a Last of Us trailer in the PS3 section before they starting talking about the PlayStation 4 in the conference, but I didn't see any new Uncharted game or any new game from Naughty Dog, which is one of my favorite developers on the PlayStation. So I was kind of disappointed about that. I was hoping for maybe an Uncharted for, Drake's desperation. I don't know, whatever subtitle they want to put, they can put. I'm not gonna make it up for them. And what else did I was hoping for Media Molecule to step up, maybe with a new Little Big Planet or their other game they were talking about at the reveal. That whole 3D creation thing with the PlayStation Move. That looked interesting. I wish I could see more about that, but not Media Molecule wasn't there other than a little trailer of Tearaway I think they had up. So I was kind of disappointed about that, but overall, Sony had a solid press conference just because of the console itself, I guess, because they announced the $399 price point, which is just awesome. Definitely pretty good because First of all, the PS4 is more powerful than the Xbox One as far as we know by specs because they have the GDDR5 RAM, and so it's cheaper. It's a better console. The only thing that's not included is the camera, right? Which I think is what Xbox is gonna try to justify the price with, but the PlayStation Eye, the new PlayStation camera for the PS4 is only going to be $60. So even if you want to get the camera with your console, it's still cheaper than an Xbox One. So, you know, I don't know why Microsoft didn't price it more competitively. If Sony ended up going with 500, then they probably would have lost in price point because they didn't come with a camera, but pricing it $100 lower and giving you the option of buying a cheaper camera that won't add up to the Xbox One was a good idea. The thing I don't like about what Xbox is doing is they're pushing their Kinect on everyone, which I don't think is the best thing. They want to incorporate it in all their games, but the problem is Sony, the problem is not everyone wants to use the Kinect all the time, right? I don't want to have a camera plugged in all the time. Just sometimes I'd rather, just play by myself without anybody watching me, and I won't be able to do that if I got an Xbox One. So it's kind of disappointing for Microsoft forcing the camera on people, but apparently they're they're trying to do great things with it, so we can only hope. So let's talk about games. Talk about some more games. So I got a list of all the games shown here at E3. The PS4 has 31 games and 5 exclusives, while the Xbox One has 36 games and 8 exclusives. So Xbox is kind of winning in quantity of games. Like, what's one of them? They got Dead Rising 3. What else do they have? They have Forza Motorsport 5, Halo, the new Halo game, probably Halo 5, maybe not, who knows what title they're going to give it. All they said was Halo. They have Killer Instinct, the fighting game. They have Minecraft. They have Quantum Break, Rise, Son of Rome, the medieval sort of game. And yeah, they also have Titanfall, but the thing I realized was that's also coming for the PC. So I'm actually gonna be able to play that. Maybe I'll do a gameplay if I feel like it. We'll see. But Titanfall, that game looks pretty good. I'm really glad it's gonna come to the PC too, so I don't have to get both consoles if I want to get that. I don't even know if I'm gonna get a PS4. I probably won't get one right away just because I don't feel like spending the money on a new console right now, and I want to see if there's any problems with it and see what the general consensus is. Yeah, that fancy language I know I'm using. Anyway, yeah. What else is there? Let's look at the PlayStation 4 exclusives. So we got Infamous Second Son. That game looks pretty awesome. I saw some gameplay footage. One of the superpowers you get is smoke, and you can go through vents and fly around and stuff. It looks pretty cool. There was one point where they went up 30 stories. He jumped up 30 stories in smoke and then came back down and smashed down on the ground, destroying everything around him, which was pretty awesome. What else is there? There's Drive Club, which I don't know, I don't really remember it that much, but I know there's going to be a free version for PlayStation Plus owners, so you get to test it out right when you buy your console. If you have PlayStation Plus, you get a free game, not a full game, but a free game, test out the system, look at the graphics, which is pretty awesome. That's good. What else do they have? They have Killzone Mercenary, which looks the graphics, I gotta say, this is one of the best looking games I've seen. Just that that gameplay they showed at the reveal was like of the city just as you fly in was beautiful. I don't know if I'm just like randomly impressed. Ooh, an apple. No. If I was just if it was only me who was impressed, or because I thought that looked pretty good. What else do we have? We have Knack, which looks alright. It's from the guy. Oh, crap creeper! It's from the guy. Oh, well, that's not good. I pre-recorded this, so I know what happens. Ooh, am I gonna die or am I not gonna die? Ooh, the uncertainty. That was an easy. That was a. I don't know what to call that, but. Oh, anyway. What else do they have? They have The Order 1886, which I don't know, looks cool. I don't really see what they're gonna do with it. All we got was like some pre-rendered. I don't know if it was actually an engine or not, but yeah, we didn't really see any like actual gameplay or anything. But I don't know. It doesn't appeal to me that much just because it takes place in the past, and I personally rather use new technology rather than old technology. Just saying. That's what I personally like. I'm sure there's a bunch of people that found that really interesting, especially people who are, interested in history and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask me. What else do we have? That's pretty much it for exclusives, I think. There's also quite a few. One thing that Sony has is quite a few exclusives for the PS3 still, while the Xbox 360 has none. They have no exclusives. Because I think a bunch of them are on PC too. That might be why. But according to my chart, my data from let me give you the webpage. This is from GamerRanx, GamerRanx.com. You can go there if you want to check out the chart. But yeah, so there's no exclusives for the Xbox 360, but PS3 is still got 5 exclusives. They have Taken Revolution. Probably not interested in that. Puppeteer. I don't know exactly what that is. They got The Last of Us, which is coming out tomorrow. I know. I'm excited. I'll definitely be grabbing it at my local EB Games. And yeah, I'll probably put up some gameplay tomorrow. So if you want to see some gameplay of The Last of Us, stop by tomorrow. You'll see some amazing gameplay. Yeah. What else do they have? PS3's got Gran Turismo 6. Not much of a racing guy, but that's cool. And they got Beyond Two Souls, which I might be getting. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I want to spend the money, but it looks. Ellen Page. Yeah. It looks pretty good. So I might get it. Yeah. So overall, this has been a pretty exciting E3, I have to say. There's lots of cool things that happen. Especially with the new reveals of the consoles. Some of the games I'm personally looking forward to the most, I gotta say, is Bungie's new game, Destiny, Battlefield 4. I gotta say, I love how and they had one gameplay of the multiplayer, and this whole skyscraper just fell down in a multiplayer game, which was freaking amazing. I love that that more and more games are pushing the dynamic multiplayer, where the multiplayer map will like transform over time depending on players' actions or just because of different events, which is cool. That's definitely something I really wish were in more games. What else? They have the Titanfall game from Respawn looks pretty cool. It looks like Call of Duty with like robots and parkour. The parkour part looks awesome. What else? Mirror's Edge 2, I gotta say, oh man, I'm so glad they announced that. I was looking when I have Mirror's Edge 1. I played it. It was awesome. That parkour, man. I love my parkour. Anyway, the trailer was just, you know, some like random, just little cutscene from the game. Faith just tackling down another person or whatever. I wish I could see some actual gameplay, but be coming soon. I think they said the release date is when it's finished, so you know, probably not anytime soon, but I'm still looking forward to it. They also announced Battlefront, which I'm excited for because I remember when they announced Battlefront 3 and it never panned out. I was really disappointed, so I'm glad they got another Battlefront game. And yeah. Oh, I didn't even talk about Nintendo. I'll say a few things about Nintendo. Super Smash Brothers, love Super Smash Brothers. Another one's coming out. They got new characters like the Villager from Animal Crossing, and they got Mega Man, and best of all, they got the Wii Fit Trainer as a playable character. So yeah, so good. Yeah, I don't know. Mario Kart looked pretty awesome. Just having the anti-gravity. They're kind of doing the whole the Super Mario Galaxy sort of thing with it, which looks pretty awesome. I wish I had a Wii U so I could play it, but I don't know, maybe I'll end up playing it at a friend's house or something. I don't know anyone really who has a Wii U, but I don't know, it looks good. Yeah, I don't know. Those were the two games that like interest me and stuff, so I'm glad Nintendo's got some games coming out. Hopefully they'll be able to pull through. But yeah, looks like Nintendo has a secondary console on their hands. People are obviously gonna, if they're like seriously hardcore gamers, they're gonna buy a PS4 or an Xbox One, and then maybe if they still like Nintendo games, they'll buy a Wii U on the side. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching my Thursday gameplay video. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, those are my thoughts of E3. I'm pretty excited about gaming. It's gonna be awesome. Next couple years, see what happens. I'm CheeseBy13. Check back for some more weekly gameplays and stuff. Next week I'm gonna have hopefully a Cheese for Thought that will be interesting. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, have a great day. Bye.